Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, so shop my stash, trying on new makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you could tell from the title of the video, my Victoria Beckham order came in. I just picked up the concealer. I have a good amount of makeup from her brand. There is a couple of things I've been eyeing, but for this time around, I decided to just pick up the concealer. I will be comparing it to the Westman Atelier concealer. So I'm excited to see if they perform similarly or if I notice a huge difference between the two. All right, I've been talking for too long. Let's go ahead and get started with this video. All right, I am going to pull out all of the items that I own from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I don't think it's quite a full face, but pretty close. This is what my package looks like. The concealer, because that's all I purchased, 2 postcards, and then they always give you like this canvas bag. Okay, so here is the component. And I picked up the shade LM1. This is the Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader, the concealer pen. 6-month shelf life. Wowza. I'm guessing because of the skincare in it. And it was made in Italia. Okay, so here's the postcard from Victoria Beckham Beauty. She always has a little message in her signature. I'm pretty sure it's like a standard outline of that they put in every single order. And then here's a little postcard of the concealer pen and a little bit information about the product from Victoria. My dream concealer is here, created in partnership with Augustinus Bader. And I'm pretty sure Augustinus Bader makes skincare, and one of the very popular items that I see is this one right here, with a formula for effortlessly refined skin and the skincare benefits of TFC8. The concealer pen is a miracle product. I'm not 100% sure. I probably should have done a tiny bit more research on TFC8. I'm on the Victoria Beckham website. So the concealer pen with TFC8, $68 is what this bad boy retails for. I'm guessing it's because of the skincare in the product. 16 shades available. Looking at the tones, it does look pretty evenly distributed as far as like fair to light, light to medium, medium to tan, and then tan to dark. At least I personally feel like it is pretty well distributed. Okay, so let me read you a tiny bit of the description here. Conceal to reveal, the high performance double impact formula of the concealer pen gives you exquisite second skin, light to medium coverage that immediately perfects, while proprietary skincare actives improve your complexion in 4 weeks. This light to medium coverage formula was developed to work across a wide range of skin tones. The shades of the concealer pen have predominantly neutral undertones paired with a flexible and blendable formula. This makes the range compatible for warm, neutral, and rosy undertones. I'm glad they mentioned that. Okay, all right, so let me pull my hair back so we can start applying all of our makeup. And I'm pretty sure I already mentioned it, but I am going to compare this to the Westman Atelier. So I am going, even though technically I'm going to use all Victoria Beckham Beauty, well, not all, but everything that I do have, I'll do this side with the Victoria Beckham concealer pen, and then I'll do this side with the Westman Atelier concealer, and that's how we'll get our comparison in. I was thinking about just doing this video first and then do a second video comparing the two, but I think I'm gonna do it this way instead. Okay, so as far as primers, the only primer I own from Victoria Beckham, which by Augustine Bader, so they must be just working alongside to make amazing makeup. Because look, Victoria Beckham, even though it's pricey, I feel like every single thing I have tried from her brand I absolutely adore. This is the Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer, and this one does have a slight golden tint to it. I use this to bring back moisture into my skin. I will go into different primers once I apply this, but that's what it looks like, and it's really nice and hydrating. I have really been enjoying it. All right, so Miss Victoria Beckham does not have actual foundation in her line yet. I'm thinking we're heading in that direction since now we have the concealer. I do enjoy the aesthetics of Victoria Beckham as a brand. Here is the pen. It does feel not super weighted, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. And then it has a little pamphlet situation. It probably gives you all the information. This is Victoria Beckham by Augustine Bader, and then the information. Does it have? Yeah, it tells you where it was made and the shelf life on the pen itself. And then it's a clicky pen. It does have the blue and the VB at the top, the cap, and it does have the shade also on the component. It's a little sticker. It's probably gonna take a minute for product to come out. I don't think I've ever used a concealer pen. All right, there it goes. Let me go ahead and swatch. Okay, so what did I say? LM1, which I'm pretty sure stands for light medium 1. I think that's going to be a pretty good shade. For primers, I finished off with the Gucci Mattifying Primer for my T-zone and the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum for the rest of my face, and then I did go into the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. I always link, by the way, the exact shades down below. Okay, so what did I say? This side, Victoria Beckham. Okay. I do enjoy the pen because you can be precise. Just make sure not to click too much product out so you don't lose product on the brush. So this is not going to be at all a brightening shade. I am perfectly okay with that. BK and Nikki N14. Okay, that blended right into the skin. I don't use color corrector. Very rarely do I use color corrector. Does it have a scent? It's very slight. Not perfume, maybe skincare scent, but it's like very, very slight. Okay, that actually blended out so nicely. I feel like I could use just a tiny bit right here, that redness peeking through. I didn't click it anymore. I'm just using what's on. And then see if that'll get covered. I do have this blemish over here. Okay, and I'm gonna tap. It literally sinks right into your skin. Looks beautiful. So concealer on this side, no concealer on this side. And I think it did a great job. I'm perfectly okay with what I see. Okay, and now for this concealer, I am going to jump into the Westman Atelier shade Atelier M1, and I'm gonna swatch it. Oh wow, the Victoria Beckham looks like it's sinking into my skin. The Westman Atelier is lighter. I would definitely say the Victoria Beckham is a little bit more on the neutral side than the Westman. Okay, on this side, the Westman. Hopefully they don't look too different side by side as far as shade and tone goes, but I think once we get everything on, it should be fine. I've used the Westman twice already, and I do really enjoy it. This is the Vive 119 brush. Also sinks right into my skin, but right off the bat I feel like the Westman formulation is just a tiny bit more thicker. Doesn't mean that the Westman is thick, it's just compared to the Victoria Beckham, has a little bit more consistency to the formula than the Victoria Beckham. Even though the Westman does sink right into my skin, the Victoria Beckham did it a lot quicker than the Westman. So that just tells me that the Westman probably offers just a tiny bit more coverage right off the bat. Okay, so here they are side by side. This is the Westman and this is the Victoria Beckham. Right off the bat, the Victoria Beckham is definitely a little bit more skincare infused, more day-to-day, probably skin girl-esque aesthetics. Even though the Westman Atelier, I still get those vibes. I just feel like as far as buildability, I think the Westman might be a tiny bit more buildable than the Victoria Beckham. This shade is a tiny bit brighter, so I do feel like you can notice that. But as far as coverage goes, I feel like, as of right now, pretty much the same. This one, it was just the one swipe. The Victoria Beckham, I did add a tiny bit more to get it to the level that it is. So let's swatch and see what we feel. Okay, yeah, see the Victoria Beckham for sure feels serum-like. I wouldn't even say by feeling that it feels like a concealer. And the Westman feels like a creamy skincare concealer, just a little bit thicker. I feel like the Victoria Beckham just felt straight up like a serum. Yeah, see, like the Victoria Beckham is just, it's sunk right in. I mean, the Westman does sink in, but like I feel it looks like it just disappeared. The Victoria Beckham versus the Westman. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. Okay, next we're going to talk about the Victoria Beckham Contour Stylist. It's a contour stick. These are pretty expensive for what they are because you get such little amount. I have two different shades, the lightest shade and the second to lightest shade. These are like, they feel luxe, very similar material. Like these two, you can tell if you were to just hold these in your hand that they come from the same brand. So I think I'll use both of them. Why not? So I'll use the lightest, which is Travertine, as my contour, and the second to lightest, which is Marble, as my bronzer. Even though I'm going to use a lot of it, it's okay, it's fine. But yeah, this formula is really, really pretty. And if you're somebody that does precise contouring on your nose, that's one of the reasons why she created it the way that she did as far as the component goes. I personally do not contour my nose. I don't feel it needs it, but the formula, it's pretty nice. BK 111. Now the bronzing tone, which is Marble. See how this one's a tiny bit more warm. I definitely feel like I would not use the second to lightest shade as a contouring shade just because it's so warm. Okay, let's take a quick look under the eyes. They've both been on for a couple of minutes and neither of them have creased. They actually are both looking fabulous under my eyes. The skin's looking beautiful right now. Yeah, to me, they both look the same. Okay, Cream blush. I don't believe she has powder blush. She has powder bronzer, which I do have. I'm going to apply this on camera, and then I'll do what I don't have from her brand off of camera. So this is the Cheeky Posh Cream Blush in Major. When these first came out, everyone was so excited and everyone absolutely loved them. I don't think I saw a bad review really on these. It's a beautiful formula. It's a beautiful formula. And I also love the tortoise that she does on her products. They're not all that tortoise design, but so pretty. F4 from Makeup by Mario. You don't have to apply it to your cheek. You can use your brush on the product and then apply it, but I don't know, this is just the way I decided to do it today. Such a beautiful color. Formula is so nice, very hydrating. Doesn't have a glow, but it gives you a slight dewy glow to your cheeky cheekies. You see how just natural my skin looks? I am going to show you when I set the under eyes, just to see how the Victoria Beckham does. Okay, before I jump into powder, let's look at the under eyes, and I feel like they are still looking, both of them, that is fabulous. Again, Victoria Beckham and Westman Atelier. All right, so I'm gonna set my under eyes with some spray. I always do that. I'm gonna set this side, and then the Vive for the Westman setting spray or finishing spray, some sort of mist. Get rid of creases and just kind of set the concealer in place. For today, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever pressed powder in translucent, which I'm almost done with. I did set the Westman Atelier when I tried it for the first time with the Dolce & Gabbana powder. I didn't like how it sat. By the end of the night, it was okay. It wasn't super creasy, but the way the Dolce & Gabbana powder performed with other concealers, I felt like maybe it was the powder. So for today, we're just gonna do my trusty Makeup Forever pressed powder on both sides, because I know that every concealer I have tried this with, it works fabulous. Okay, but both sides look really, really good. Very soft. Maybe the Victoria Beckham looks a tiny bit more heavy, but I might have put more on this side. Okay, you tell me which side you think looks better. This is the Victoria Beckham and this is the Westman. I feel like once I've powdered, I'm seeing this side a tiny bit more just put together. Nothing's peeking through. I don't know. Could just be my imagination. But after setting, this side just looks a tiny bit more perfecting than this side. But I'm just being nitpicky, you know? Okay, here's what my skin is looking like. I did go into the RMS powder. I feel like everything is looking so pretty. My skin looks absolutely amazing right now. My under eyes as well. They look so good. Now that the powder has sunk in on both sides, I cannot tell a difference. Yeah, I don't feel like I can. All right, now we're going to jump into what Miss Victoria Beckham I feel became very popular for, and this is her matte bronzing brick. I have the shade 02. This thing is heavy. There's the tortoise design and then the gold. Aesthetics, I love Victoria Beckham. Little clip, and then here is the bronzer. So you have a lighter shade and a darker shade. I believe one is supposed to be a tiny bit more like a cool tone and one is supposed to be more of a bronzing tone. I mixed the two together. Honestly, I could probably get away with shade 3. This is the Sonia GTF1. The finish of this powder is just so smoothing. It's like you have silk on your cheeks. So beautiful. I love this bronzer. I need to pick it up and use it more because it's just perfect. Do you see that? Oh, love it. Okay, so this is what the face is looking like. And these are what the under eyes are looking like. Both absolutely beautiful, right? Can you tell a difference? So this is the Victoria Beckham and this is the Westman Atelier. I can't tell the difference. Okay, so before we move on to lips, I do have eye products. I don't have a highlighter. She does have, I believe, 2 different tones for the highlighting balm stick situation. Kind of like Westman Atelier. They both look very absolutely stunning. I just don't own one, even though I've wanted to own one. I do own eyeliners from Victoria Beckham as well. Very long lasting. I think I have 2 different tones, like an olive green and a grayish silver tone. I'm not going to do my eyes today because I have to do a second video after this, and it's an eye look for the Unearthly Gargoyle palette. But I am going to show you the eye products that I do have from the brand. So I think she was having a sale and I picked up the Smoky Eye Brick in Tweed. This formula is absolutely beautiful. Silky smooth, soft. If you have mature eyelids, I think I still have the concealer swatches on my hand, by the way. I think you would love this formula. It's just so soft. The creasing is minimal because of the formula. She did an amazing job, and as you could see, the pigment is there. They blend out so soft, and I mean so soft. I don't use this little quad enough. It's honestly beautiful. If you're a simple gal or gent, this is a beautiful palette that you could try out. Yes, she is expensive for what it is. Wait for a sale though and you'll be fine. I also have this, which is the Lid Lustre in Starlight. I believe she launched this particular tone for one of her birthdays. Now, the beauty in this product lies in the finish. So swatches doesn't do it justice. It just has such beautiful sparkles in it. It literally just makes your eyelids shine to the stars. I feel like people either enjoyed this formula or they didn't. I personally did. I only have 1 tone, and that's just because I have so much makeup. But believe you me that I've been wanting to pick up more shades in this formula. So I went ahead and just pulled out the 2 liners that I have. Might as well. This is the Satin Kajal liner. The first tone I bought was Olive. I would say it's more of a forest green than an actual olive. See? But it's so long lasting, and I mean so long lasting. It stays put once you put it down. In the waterline, I don't remember how they perform because I don't wear liner in my waterline, haven't for quite some time. This one here is the silver tone I have. Sea Gray is the shade. But if you're somebody who enjoys liners, these are perfect. She has a good amount of tones and a very pretty and very long lasting, because once you put them down on the lid, you gotta work quick. Out of these 2, this one I feel is prettier. I've enjoyed it more, this one here, the gray one. So she does have gorgeous eye products that she has to offer. I believe since I bought the palette, she's released, is it shadow sticks? I think she has. I also don't have eyebrow products. I did go into my Dominique Cosmetics brow pencil, and I have not set my eyebrows because I do still have to do the other video, but I'm telling you, eyebrow pencil, eyebrow gel, mascara. I also haven't tried her mascara. I have a couple of things on my list that I want to try from Victoria Beckham. I just haven't had the chance to. But I'm sure as you keep hearing, you can tell that I enjoy her brand as a whole. I feel like she has so many amazing products that I personally really enjoy. Okay, and last but not least, lip products. I believe she has lip stains. When they first came out, I only saw a couple of reviews and they were okay. She also has glosses. I have heard great things about her glosses, but you all know I'm not huge on lip glosses. Lipsticks, which I do own one of, I think it's the Posh lipstick. Pout is the name that I own. Lip liners, I own 2 different tones, shade 1 I believe and shade 3. Yeah, the lip definers. And I can't remember if she also has liquid lipsticks. I have heard great things about everything except for the lip stain. I heard like they were just okay for the price tag. I enjoy lip stains. It's one of my favorite lip products. I'm not sure I want to pay that much money for a lip stain, you know? So for today, we are going to use the items that I have. Let me just show you some swatches. So this is in the shade Pout for the lipstick. And it's like a lipstick lip balm hybrid formula. Love it. It is so pretty, so comfortable, so hydrating. And I'll swatch shade 1 for the lip definer, which I need to sharpen. And it's the lightest shade that she has to offer. And then shade 3. I think I've used shade 3 more than shade 1, just because shade 1, it's so light that I need to not have a tan. So this is the lipstick in Pout, lip definer in shade 1, lip definer in shade 3. As you can see, they're all very, very beautiful, like mauve tones. I have wanted to pick up shade 2 for the lip definer, but every time I've placed an order, it's sold out. So I haven't had the chance to do so. Okay. I think we're going to use, actually, you know what? Let me apply both of them. Why not? This is shade 1 for the lip definer, just so you can see the tones on me. This one's a pretty natural tone, not as mauve, I don't feel like, as the shade 3 that I own. Shade 2 I really want, but yeah. So see, it looks very natural. I could wear this on its own and I feel like it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, now I'm picking up shade 3, which is a tiny bit darker, and I feel not as warm toned as shade 1, or at least it doesn't pull on my skin as a warm tone. This one definitely pulls tiny bit more like a mauve. It's beautiful as well. This formula is really nice. It will last pretty much all day. I enjoy it. Okay, so there is the shade 3 on top. And then now for the lipstick in Pout. Beautiful. I do also have, is it Spice or Fire? It's a beautiful orangey red. I will pull it out from time to time. She has so many amazing tones. I feel they are all like tones that would complement skin tones really nicely. You just have to find which one. All right, my lovelies, it is 8.5 hours that I've been wearing both of these concealers. Victoria Beckham is on this side, Westman is on this side. They look pretty close. Sorry, I'm looking in the mirror. To identical as far as performance wise. Minimal creasing, looks like my skin. Literally both look absolutely beautiful. I'm actually enjoying both of these. Right off the bat, 100%, you're going to get a tiny bit more coverage from the Westman Atelier than you will from the Victoria Beckham, and also I feel a little bit more buildable for the Westman. So if that's what you're looking for, then this could be a possibility. It's not like a full coverage concealer. Natural finish, same vibes, just different formulas. This one's definitely more skincare infused, skincare vibes, clean girl, everyday kind of makeup. Westman, it can be that, but you can also build it up just a tiny bit. And it is cheaper. So take that as you will, but I'm actually enjoying both of them quite a bit. And they might become new favorites because do you see my under eyes? I've been wearing this for 8.5 hours. They look so good. Okay, that's going to be it for this check-in. Let me send you on over to check out Mary. Bye. All right, my lovelies, that is all of the makeup and beauty products. And as you can see, my makeup looks absolutely stunning. It's a very no makeup kind of look, clean girl aesthetics, whatever you want to call it. That is the vibes that I personally enjoy when it comes from the day-to-day makeup. I feel like Victoria Beckham can definitely offer the best of both worlds. You can do the simple makeup, no makeup look, but if you want to amp it up and make it a tiny bit more dramatic, all you need to do is add one of her eyeliners or her eyeshadow palette or even a lid lustre, and you can probably amp this up to a date night look. So I think that's one of the reasons why Victoria Beckham is as popular as it is. At least I feel like it is. Now for me, personally, from what I have tried from the brand, I do feel like the price point coincides with the quality of the products. There are some people that won't agree, and I do feel like some products, the price point can come down a tiny bit, like the contour stylist. And I also feel like the primer, I don't know why it's so expensive, and I get it, like, you know, it's in collaboration with Augustina's Bader, so therefore there's some of that skincare ingredients in the product that maybe bring the price point up a tiny bit more, just like the concealer pen. But I do feel like some products, maybe she could have brought down the price just a tiny bit. Okay, now as far as the Westman Atelier and the Victoria Beckham concealers, packaging, I don't know which one to choose. I think it just depends on the mood. I feel like this one's probably less messier than the Victoria Beckham. So if you don't like concealer pens, maybe this is the way to go. Coverage, right off the bat, I feel like, and you saw it, Westman Atelier offers just a tiny bit more. So say you like this type of makeup where it's simple, looks like my skin but better. Both of these are nice, but if you need a tiny bit more coverage under your eyes, I think the Westman Atelier would be maybe a better fit because you probably would need to use a tiny bit less product of this one and then you would need to use of the Victoria Beckham. But I just feel like their qualities are very similar. They just are different. They look so beautiful under my eyes. Very identical as far as performance, but we'll see. Well, you already know how the wear test went, but I have a feeling they probably look pretty close to identical. For me, it would just depend on the mood and what I'm looking for, but I think finish wise, they both are very skin-like, very soft, very subtle. Keep that in mind. Price point, I think there's like a $20 difference. So yeah. All right, my lovelies, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed me doing a full Victoria Beckham inspired video, but also doing the comparison in the video. Like, I hope that's okay. And also apologies that I wasn't able to use any of the eye products. I just really need to film a second video after this. Okay, my lovelies, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. Anytime you use a link, anytime you comment, anytime you like, it all helps out my channel so much. I'm hoping to keep growing and hopefully to hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That would be absolutely amazing. So any help from you all is greatly appreciated. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.